What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this exercise, we're going to create, copy, and modify a component group. And then after that, we're going to load a component group into a project. And then we're going to place it and modify it. So after that, we're going to copy the groups between levels. Okay, so we have several tasks for this exercise. First, let's create, copy, and modify a component group. Okay, so now the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom into this area here. So you will notice these components that I have here, they are all separate. So in 3D view, this is how it looks like, right? So those are the components. So I'm going back to level 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select all the furniture components in the room that are to be added to the group because we're going to put these components into a group. Okay, so let us select this component here, or maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use a window selection like that, and then I'm going to select here filter, and I don't want to use or to select here the windows. I'm gonna uncheck that. So I want to select the furniture and then the specialty equipment, and then I'll just select here OK. So it's now selected. The next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to group my objects. So to group that, I'm going to select, not that one, this one. So the shortcut is GP, or you can click this icon, create group, click that one. And then after that, you just put the name here. So let's say I will call this typical office group. And then I'll just select here, OK. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do while the group is still selected, as you can see this node here. So this is the origin. I'm going to modify this by dragging this, and then I'm going to put that to the corner here. So that will going to be the new location of my origin group. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to select here modify. So after that, if you're going to hover your pointer, you can now see that these elements or components are now in group. So when you click one of it, it will select all the elements that is already part of the group. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Okay, so I'm going to copy. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to select here the copy tool. The shortcut for copy is CO. Click that, and then make sure this is multiple. I'm going to copy that multiple times. And then I also want to tick here the constraint so that the movement will constrain to horizontal or vertical only. So I'm going to tick that. Okay. And then I'm going to copy. All right. So I'm going to pick here. I'm going to pick. And then I'm going to pick here as well. And then I'm going to pick here. There you go. And then I'll just select here modify. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this group here. I'm going to hold control to select the other groups. And then I'm going to use here selection box to create a 3D view of that. And there you go. So this is now the groups that I have copied. Okay. So I'm going to select here level 1. And then from the view tab, I'm going to make it tile views, or I can type WT. So that's the shortcut. So by selecting that, you'll be able to see your floor plan and then the other open view, which is the 3D. Okay, so let's continue. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the first group here because I'm going to mirror. Okay, so I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to hold control, and then I'm going to hold the third the second group on the third room. So hold control to select both. And then after that, we're going to use mirror. So from the modify panel, I'm going to select mirror peak axis. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to pick this center line of this wall to mirror the selected group. Click, and there you go. So it's now mirrored. So I'm going to select here modify to deselect the object. As you can see in the 3D view, so this is now how it looks like. Okay, so it's now group. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to edit the group. Okay, so let me show you how to edit the group here. So I'm going to select, and then I'm going to select here edit group. Okay, so click the edit group. There you go. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to select the door. Okay, so this door here, I want to add this door to the group. So I'm going to select here add. So look what will happen later on to the other group as well as I add this door. So I'm going to add, and then I'm going to select this door, and then I'm going to finish. Click, and there you go. So you will notice the other groups updated as well. So for this one, I can't see the door here. So I'm going to, let me just change the scale here. It looks weird because it's 196. So I'll just make it 1:100. There you go. And then I'll turn on the section box. The section box here is already checked, but it still doesn't show here now on my 3D view. So I'm gonna click this icon here, and there's our section box. I'm going to toggle that. I'm just going to drag that. There you go, just to see the wall and then the doors. And then I'll just close this to go back to normal view. So there you go. So there's the door added to my group. So that is what will happen if you modify the group and then you add an element. In our case, this door here. The other group, since they are just a copy of this group, they will all be updated. Okay. Now, next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to load, place, and modify a component group. Okay, so first I'm going to load a group here. So in the Insert tab, look for the Load from Library. Okay, so and then after that, look for Load as Group. So you click that. Okay, and then let's go to the folder where I saved the file. So I don't have a model here. So how about if I change this to RVG for group file? Okay, so I have a group here, toilet. So I'm going to load this group file. So .rbg, that is a file extension for group files. So that's the one. So I'm going to open, select this, and then I'm going to load that. Load. Okay, so it's now loading to my project. So that group file is 2009. I think it's lower than 2023. That's why it's being upgraded to 2023. So I'll just select here OK. All right, now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to load the group. So to load the group, what you can do is you can do it here on the project browser here. Okay, so we are going to use that, and then from the project browser, look for the groups, expand the model here, and then there's now our toilet. So this is the group file that we have loaded to here, okay, in our project. So it's now added here on our project browser. So I can select this, right click, and then I can select create instance to create an instance of that group. There you go. And that's only a preview. So I'm going to click here. I can move that later on, or maybe I just click here. Okay, so I click here to place a group, and there you go. So it's now added. So I go to the modify here, and then I'll select here finish. Okay, so just select here OK. There you go. So there's now my group. So again, let me click this, and then I'm going to select a selection box to create a 3D of that. And there's the 3D of that one. There you go. Okay. So of course we're going to edit the group because as you can see, there is a wall that is extending. So that is part of the group. So let us edit the group. Okay. So let's click the group. Let's edit that. And then this one, I'll just drag that and then snap there and then just finish. And there you go. Okay, so it's now modify. So it's now modified. So there's our group. Okay, so that's how you load and that's how you insert a group file. Okay, so that's our toilet. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to copy the component groups between levels. Okay, so to do that, let me just go to my level 2 here, double click the level 2. So this is my level 2. So let's say, for example, I want to copy the groups that I have put here on my level 1, which is these groups here as well as this one. Okay, so how to copy that to my level 2? So to copy that, so all you have to do is to go to the modify. And then after that, instead of doing that, let me select first all of this object. Make sure you hold control. Okay, you click all the groups that you want to copy. And then after that, you select here copy to clipboard. So you click copy to clipboard. And then after that, click the paste drop down. And then you can select here assign to selected levels. So you can click that and then just select this is level 2. So you click level 2 here. And then after that, select your OK. And there you go. Very simple. And then after that, you can just select your modify. Okay, so that's it for this simple exercise. So let's open up the 3D view and let us go to properties and check the section box to see our model. There you have it. Okay, and let me turn off the do not crop view. There you go. All right, so there you go. So hopefully you learned something from this video, guys. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.